All right. It looks like Diablo has already dropped a hotfix, a patch, if you will. It looks like it is patch 1.02D. D as in destroying the builds that everyone's using right now. I mean, let's be honest. And I've looked through this already, and you guys probably seen it. There are some pretty gnarly nerfs, man. Which for some builds sucks, but I, what are you gonna do? I mean, Blizzard's gonna make the game they want to make. They're gonna continue patching the game the way they want to patch it. They're gonna do what they want. So in the end of the day, we don't really have a say. We just gotta take the hits as we get them, right? But we'll start with this patch. Hello Wander, we made some balance adjustments to classes, and you want to provide a reason behind them. Overall, we're quite happy with the performance of our classes, but we know there's always room for improvement. Like I said, it is a game service game. So I mean, there's always going to be room for improvement. Let's just put it that way. Everyone's going to be able to find some exploit in every class in order to make that a god tier class. It is what it is. So our goal behind these changes is to create a better balance and enjoyable experience across the board. Our updates fall into three categories. While we want players to both feel and be truly powerful, some class builds and synergies are outside of our bounds for what's reasonable. Keyword reasonable. For the health of the game, so we're reducing their effectiveness. As an example, we generally want to avoid creating situations where players can survive unreasonably high amounts of damage for long periods of time. That unreasonable, which I can respect that. Reasonable and unreasonable amounts of damage. I feel like it's something you respect from a developer. They want the game to be comfortable for everybody and just not be able to pick a class and live forever, which is fair. It's fair. This too greatly warps our vision of how combat should be in Diablo 4. 2. Some skills and builds are not as effective as we would like. Druids. So we're pushing out some buffs to increase their strength. Cool. Paragon glyphs are currently providing too much player power, so we're reducing their overall effectiveness, which is fair. They are made for that, but I guess to an extent, that's fair. An ideal we have carried throughout development and will uphold is that class balance is a journey, not a destination. It is an online game. We want more class builds to be fun, powerful, and competitive within reason, which is fair. They're going to come out with different seasons. Everything's going to be progressing as we go. It's not going to be an end-all, be-all class system. That's totally fair. Thank y'all for supporting us, and we'll see you in Sanctuary. Okay, so starting off with the Barbarian. Challenging shout. Damage reduction gained from skill ranks reduced from 4% to 2%. Oh, that's gnarly. Legendary aspect changes. Bold Chieftain's aspect. Cooldown reduction per nearby enemy reduced from 2.7 to 5.4 seconds to 1.0 to 1.9 seconds. That's kind of gnarly, man. Here's what it is. Maximum cooldown reduction from 12 to 6 seconds. Half. Literally just cutting everything in half. Aspect of the Dire Whirlwind. Increased critical strike chance per second reduced from 5 to 10 to 3 to 8. Maximum critical strike chance bonus reduced from 20 to 40 to 9. Cutting in half, dude. Man, I feel like Whirlwind Barbs are getting shafted. 100%. Well, which is fair. If you saw some of those, the high-end videos of these Whirlwind Barbs out there, dude, they're gnarly. They are gnarly. Item changes. Gore's devastating grabs. Devastating grabs. Explosion damage gained from Whirlwind reduced from 50 to 70% down to 6. Holy cow! Dude! That's a gnarly nerf, dude. That sucks for them. Damage against wreckable objects no longer increases explosion damage. Explosion damage is only increased by the first 100 hits of Whirlwind. I think there was something I did see that somebody was basically the wreckable objects in the world. They were using it on that basically just to buff themselves to put out huge damage numbers. I'm assuming I never played with Gore's devastating grab, so this is just assumption based on what I saw. Basically, it's just building the stacks for all the wreckable objects, and then basically just one big explosion, essentially, on a boss or a giant mob. That's fair. That sucks for Barbs. Druids. This is what I'm interested in because Druids. I don't want to say they suck, but they're not great until endgame, which is fair. But pulverized, lucky hit chance reduced from 33% to 25%. We're going down. I feel like for the Druids, it should go the other way. Down's not the way to go. Lightning storm damage increase, okay, from 32% to 40%. That's fair. That's a pretty good buff. For lightning storm players, that's cool. Grizzly rage storm or Grizzly rage players, damage bonus increased from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, 18. Not terrible. Not a huge buff, but not terrible. Obsidian Slam, kills required for bonus increased from 10 to 20. With that, well, okay. That's kind of nerf. Calm before the storm, lucky hit chance reduced from 15% to 10%. Okay. I feel bad, man. The Druids already had it rough. They're just losing everything. Passive changes, Electric Shock. Damage bonus increased from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, 18. I mean, literally, same as here. It's what it is. Legendary aspect changes, Shockwave aspect. Damage reduced from 90 to 130% to 60 to 100%. Why? Dude, I feel like the Druid should get anything they can get. I mean, honestly. I feel bad for him, man. I don't know any Druid mains, so it is what it is. Crashdown aspect, critical strike damage reduced from 40 to 50% to 30 to 40%. Lightning Dancer's aspect, flat damage increased, from 0.5 to 0.6 to 0.7, 0.8, so probably not a lot. The Druids, I feel like they should have got buffs out of all that. Out of all these nerfs, man, the Druids should have got something. Oh, moving on to the Necromancer, which oddly enough, I haven't heard a lot from any Necromancer players since launch. I don't know too many, but the ones I know are pretty quiet. They're pretty quiet. I don't know why. Blood Lance, damage increase from 67.5% to 80%. Wow, that's pretty good. Army of the Dead, damage increase from 30 to 45%. That's good buff. Cooldown reduced from 90 seconds to 70 seconds. Okay, that's fair. That's good, because from what I saw in like beta, Army of the Dead I kind of didn't really use it, because the cooldown was really long, and I mean the damage was still pretty decent, and this is a good jump. You know, a 15% jump's pretty good. It's not terrible. Blood Wave, damage increase from 90% to 120%. That's good. Gnarly. Passive changes, Shadow Blight, damage increase from 20% to 22%. I feel like the Necromancer's getting buffed, and the Druid probably should have got buffed. But I didn't really understand the general space for the Necromancer in the first place. People have been pretty quiet. Grim Harvest, essence gained reduced from 369 to 246. That kind of sucks, dropping a whole third. Yeah, just wanted. Serration, critical strike chance reduced from 511.5 to 369. Damn, you're fine. That sucks. Death's Defense, maximum minion life lost in a single damage instance reduced from 75, 60, 45 to 60, 45, 30. This means that they will actually last a little bit longer. A lot of people's biggest gripe that I've heard from the beta is basically that your minions, your skellies, they die so fast. And this will at least mean that they're going to last a little bit longer. Probably from 3 hits from, trash to 4, I would assume. That seems like a pretty accurate... That seems pretty accurate. 4 hits would be about there. Which, I mean, doesn't sound like a lot, but the skeletons were just getting destroyed, man. They were not fun to play. If they had a little more life, which this is good for them, that would probably make the class a little bit better. Class specialization, raise skeleton. Skeleton warrior attack damage increased by 10%. Good, they need it. Golem attack damage increased by 10%. Can't go wrong with any increases in damage, let's be honest. Blood Golem life draining damage increased from 40 to 90. Holy cow. Blood Golem life drain healing from enemies hits increased from 4% to 5%. This is a big jump. That's a big jump. Whenever I play a Necro, I'll probably end up having to push a Blood Golem at this point. Iron Golem slam damage increased from 25% to 175. Holy God. That's huge. Iron Golem shockwave damage increased from 30% to 40. This is big. This is big. That's large. Were they just trash? Because that's a big increase. We'll move on. Necromancer Paragon board changes. Hulking Monstrosity. Golem life and damage bonus increase from 30% to 40%. Are they just trying to get you to play golems? Is that what they're trying to do? Cult Leader damage bonus increased from 10% to 15%. Man, the Necro I feel like got the best out of all of it. It seems like Necro they just got buffed. I mean, on all boards it seems like they just got buffed. The Rogue. Now this is going to be interesting because there are some Twisting Blade rogues out there. God, I cannot talk. Twisting Blade rogues out there. Very similar to Whirlwind Barbs that are just destroying people. Just going through mobs and not really looking back. Just we're talking minutes. No problem. No problem. Skill changes. Twisting Blades right there. Told you. Advanced Twisting Blades cooldown reduction per enemy hit reduced from 0.25 to 0.1. Advanced Twisting Blades maximum cooldown reduction reduced from 3 to 2 seconds. Not terrible. Rapid Fire. Damage increase from 24 to 30%. That's actually pretty sweet because when I played D3, Demon Hunter Rapid Fire was so fun to level with because it was just, you just sit there and hold the trigger and just have a good time. Dark Shroud. Damage reduction per shadow gain from skill ranks reduced from 0.8 to 0.4. Dash. Enhanced Dash Critical Strike. Damage bonus from 20% to 15%. I see, whenever I use movement skills, I don't use the movement skill for damage usually, unless I'm trying to get out of a pickle or I want to min-max my DPS. If I'm going to use a movement skill, it's usually because I either A, want to get through the dungeon really fast, or B, I don't want to be near any of the enemies I'm near at all. That's really the only time I really use it. But Caltrops, damage increase from 30% to 40%. That's pretty good. Passive changes. Concussive, critical strike chance reduced from 5-10-15 to 4-8-12. Okay, that's fair. Legendary affix changes, repeating. Maximum minion life loss in single damage instance reduced from 75-60-45 to 60-45-30. Wow. 15% on all boards. It's gnarly. It didn't seem like that's going to change too terribly much in the Rogue, but we'll see. Now, the Sorcerer, I'm interested in the Sorcerer, because I literally just started a Sorcerer yesterday. I was a Barbarian main. Started a Sorcerer yesterday, and this is post-patch, right? And it was pretty comfortable. I didn't have any problems. Everything seemed pretty smooth early game. And I don't know, and I'm literally going for a Chain Lightning build, so I think it's so far it's fine. And the first skill, Arc Lash, is literally what my basic skill I'm making the whole build off of. It's totally fine. Lucky hit chance reduced from 30% to 14%. Cut that bad boy in half, which still isn't bad. Glinting Arc Lash cooldown reduction reduced from 0.25 to 15 or 0.15. I didn't see the Arc Lash that bad. Really didn't. Teleport, once again, like I said, movement skills. I'm not looking for damage. I'm mainly looking for getting out of situation. Shimmering Teleport's damage reduction duration reduced from 5 to 3 seconds. Legendary Affix, Aspect of Control, bonus damage reduced from 30 to 40% to 25 to 35%. General, miscellaneous class changes, Druid, Companions, and Necromancer minions. Maximum damage over time taken per damage instance reduced from 2% to 1% of maximum life. Okay. Paragon board changes. Rare nodes. Player attack speed nodes reduced by 50%. Holy God. That's a lot. That seems like a lot. Glyphs. All glyph bonus scaling has been reduced by 34% except for the following. Critical strike damage glyphs bonus reduction by 66%. Jeez. Vulnerable glyphs bonus reduced by 66%. Glyphs bonus to rare nodes reduced by 50%. Glyphs bonus to magic nodes reduced by 40%. Oh my God, dude. Glyphs bonus to cold fire, lightning, non-physical nodes reduced by 62.5%. Those are huge, man. Just get rid of them at that point. Why even have them? That's a lot. I'd like to hear people's feedback on that because that's pretty gnarly, man. Monster changes significantly reduce the spawn rate of treasure goblins within PvP zones. The only reason I could see why they would do that is because people would be chasing the treasure goblins, and then other people would just destroy them right before they kill the treasure goblin. That's what I would do. I'd follow someone, let that person get them right before they die, kill that person, kill the goblin. I could see that. It's just being honest, I could see it. Bug fixes. Fix the name for the light bearer mount. Didn't know it was different. The go to the shop button from the wardrobe will now properly open the shop. I did have that problem last night. Actually, pretty late last night, I had that problem where I was inside the wardrobe and I went to go to the shop to go look at a couple things, and yeah, it didn't open at all. Fix an issue where if the sorcerer uses deep freeze and is affected by another effect that would freeze them, it causes them to be permanently stunned. Wow, that sucks. Miscellaneous stability and crash fixes. That's good. There was another patch on the second, just really fast. A stability patch. Looks like they fixed an issue where players using high-speed NVMe SSDs would experience game freezes upon startup, and various issues that cause crashes have been fixed. That's a pretty heavy nerfing patch. I mean, everyone got nerfed pretty bad, except it seems like the Necros. They came out on top. Yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think. On this channel on Extra Awkward, we are going to be covering Diablo extensively. We have a review being edited right now. That's going to be coming out here quickly. I don't know if I'm going to be doing too many guides, mainly because that's covered pretty extensively in some other channels. But moving forward, coming with seasons, coming with drops, coming with patch updates, we're going to be playing this game for a really long time. And I mean, I played Diablo 3 from launch all the way till Diablo 4 came out. So I don't see me slowing down on Diablo 4 anytime soon. So check back with us. We'll be here, man. Extra Awkward. We're around doing weird stuff. We got Nicole's Awkward Adventure. She's usually going all the time. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll probably have more D4 stuff coming out. Other than that, catch you later, man.